Alright, you fuckers. Welcome to a new video. Sometimes people ask me why the slow drip of new videos and new content has been a bit slower than usual, and my response is always, I've been too busy watching mediocre wrestling. But don't worry, dear viewer, I am here like a savior, not comparing myself to anybody, but who you're thinking of, I am better than him. Uh, Here to improve your taste, give you the good stuff, tell you what to watch, what to skip each month. So here we are with the month of May 2023. A lot of big stuff happening. New Japan having like three big shows. AEW and WWE having some successful pay-per-views. Even Impact has been rolling around, getting a bit more steam. But we're gonna rank all the major developments in the wrestling world in the fifth month of the year. So we're going to start off with Night of Champions, WWE show in Saudi Arabia. The first match of the card was Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. Seth Rollins winning, being claimed as the new World Heavyweight Champion, and this was a good match. It's going into the B tier. A lot of reversals and counters and big moves, followed by counters to those big moves. It was your standard WWE main event style, but with people who have basically perfected and reinvented that style. Good win for Seth. Wasn't the best. There was some sloppy stuff, but overall, it was a good match. You got exactly what you thought we were gonna get. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. Putting in C tier feels a bit mean, but I am a harsh reviewer. I like this match though. These two have this weird amount of chemistry. Um, Trish probably looking better at age 50 than she did at age 20. Um, Good stuff from Becky Lynch, who is just probably one of the most consistent performers in WWE. Zoe Starks basically debuting to help Trish Stratus is a nice lays out a good future for characters. There was a decent time, just not as good as other matches later on, like Mustafa Ali versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. This was everything it should have been. Just like 15, maybe 10 minutes of action. Mustafa Ali getting a couple near falls before getting shut down by Gunther. This match, from an in-ring standpoint, is incredible. My only problem is the lack of build-up. Mustafa Ali basically was a non-factor for the past month of WWE programming, and then all of a sudden he's going up against Gunther. I don't know, man, but yeah, these are two incredible wrestlers. Mustafa Ali hit Gunther with a goddamn powerbomb. That was fun. And Gunther gets the win to continue the greatest Intercontinental Championship reign of all time. And we got Asuka versus Bianca Belair. Now, I was pretty high on their WrestleMania match, higher than I think a lot of other people, and this was not a good one. It's nice to have a new women's champion. Again, not much build up, but these two are two probably the best women's wrestlers they have in the company right now, at least when it comes from an in-ring standpoint. An incredible match, fun. Asuka wins with the mist, and yeah, wasn't expecting her to win, but I'm glad she did. Rhea Ripley versus Natalia. Why did this happen? That's my only real question. Why would you do this? You know, it was a minute and a half. Was it just like a reason to get Rhea on the card? Probably, but again, this was a nothing time waster. Then we got Brock and Cody. I liked their backlash match, but thought it was missing something, and they are continuing to be missing something. This match was okay. It was good, but I just, yeah, this seems like it definitely only exists to set up a rubber match. Cody gets the quick victory at Backlash, then Brock dominates him for champions, probably leading to a match at SummerSlam, which should be good, but this was a pretty mid match. Then the main event, we got uh, Kevin Steen and El Generico, because I'm a hipster, versus Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. This match was a lot more about tugging at your heartstrings than giving uh, great action, but it did both. Sami Zayn coming out to a huge pop was a beautiful moment for him. Of course, the through line with the bloodline was great. Just Roman has so much in ring charisma, and Solo's great too. So you pair them up with the kings of indie wrestling, but in WWE, and yeah, it was really good. I didn't like it as much as the Usos match at WrestleMania, but the story definitely carries it through with Jimmy Uso betraying Roman Reigns, allowing Sami Zayn to win, and the shot of both Jimmy Uso super kicking Roman Reigns and then Roman on the outside with Sami Zayn like hovering over him, holding the titles because sure, Sammy came up short with the World Heavyweight title, but Roman cannot defeat him when it comes to best friend magic, power, or whatever. This match was great. A tier. Alright, we're going to take a detour to Impact Wrestling, who put on a fun show with Under Siege. I'm not going to go over all the matches, but I selected, I think, the main ones. There was a #1 contendership match for the uh, Impact World title, won by Alex Shelley, who went on to, I think, like 2 days ago, beat Steve Macklin for the world title. Speaking of Steve Macklin, excellent no holds barred match with PCO. I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it there instead. Trey Miguel, I'm not a massive fan of his, but he had a decent match with Chris Sabin for the X Division title. I don't know. There just seems to be something missing with Miguel's in-ring work. I don't think it has anything to do with his talent. I just think all of his matches kind of blend together and are a bit samey. Then which one is this? This is the yeah. So this is Trinity, I believe, versus Giselle Shaw. Yeah, I think that's what this is. Or at least we're just gonna pretend it is. Good match. It was fun. Trinity can wrestle a lot better than I think we all assumed. It feels like she's been released of her shackles, and Impact probably is the best division, women's division in North America. Pretty much the best in the world outside of Stardom. So yeah, I'm excited for the future of her work. And Deonna Purrazzo versus Jordan Grace also had a great match with Purrazzo winning for the Knockouts World title. Overall impact Under Siege probably wasn't as good as Night Champions, but it was still a decent pay-per-view. Moving on to New Japan, who has had a busy-ass month, starting off with Pro Wrestling Dontaku with Team Strong Style, which is El Desperado, Ren Narita, and Minoru Suzuki, versus the Super Friends of Kazuchika Okada, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiromu Tanahashi. This match was great. I love the through line of both El Desperado and Tomohiro Ishii just kicking the shit out of each other, and then also Kazuchika Okada being so pissed off at the idea of Red Narita, this youngster, trying to challenge him for his throne, because Okada is still basically at the peak of his powers. And Narita trying to take shots at Okada, similar to how Okada did the same with Tanahashi, but Okada just being a grumpy bastard was great. So this is going to be our second A-tier match of the month. Alright, next up was Hikuleo squashing Kenta. This was fine. Whatever. David Finlay versus Tamatoa. I feel the exact same. I'll put it in the top half of C tier. David Finlay is fine. I think I like his in-ring style, but this match specifically wasn't the best of his work. It feels like we still haven't seen that major Finley breakout performance, and I'm hoping we get that in the upcoming G1, but for now, he's gonna chill in C tier. Good on him for winning the Never Openweight title. I think that's the perfect title for him as we kind of slowly try to build Bullet Club back up with the additions of Clark Connors and Gabriel Kidd and Alex Coughlin, whatever. That should be fun. We also got Hiromu Takahashi versus Sonata. Excellent match. Sonata kind of feels like a secondary player in his own title reign right now. I feel like everybody's talking about upcoming like Forbidden Door matches, the Okada tag team trio, even like the upcoming U.S. Championship match at Forbidden Door, or they're talking about Okada versus Danielson, or the women's division, or the junior heavyweight tournament, which isn't really his fault because it was the best of Super Juniors. But as far as an actual just ignoring everything outside, this was a great match. Hiromu seems to be maybe moving into the heavyweight division. Of course, he still has the junior heavyweight title, but he might be dropping that semi soon. Fun match still. Then there was the uh, New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Resurgence event in the US, which also had the super team of Ishii, Tanahashi, and Okada challenged by Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino. Once again, Okada kind of having the same storyline with Umino that he had with uh, Narita. Wheeler Yuta has been definitely been one of the most underrated performers this year. He's so good at just being like a little shithead, you know? His match against Shibata was fun, and we'll see more of Yuta later on. But yeah, Moxley squaring off with Okada and Ishii is always fun. Good match, great match actually. I like this more than pretty much anything else we've seen so far. Tanahashi. Oh wait, no, this was Okada, Ishii, and who else? Hold up, let me look this up. Tanahashi, Okada. Um. Oh, there's Rocky Romero, and was this one? Did Shawn Moxley really sure? Yeah, they won the match. Never mind. I remember now. Moxley pinned Rocky Romero. I'm thinking of the Dominion match that happened recently. We're gonna put that there. There was also a tournament for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship, the inaugural champion. I don't know how to rank this really, but I think we're gonna put this here because it's 3 matches. Willow Nightingale won the whole thing, which is great because Willow is low key the best, or a personal favorite of mine in the women's division, and seeing her get the win, even though it only happened because Mercedes Moné got injured, but whatever. Momokogo and I forget who else, but a lady from CMLL were also involved in the match. Then let's talk about the best of Super Junior tournament. So obviously, the finals of Wato versus Titan was excellent. I don't think I need to go into why. You've probably seen it already if you're watching this video. But the rest of the tournament this was a pretty good year for the Super Juniors. Desperado and Robbie Eagles in Block B. Hiromu just putting in quality match after quality match every night. He's probably the best junior heavyweight of the past 10 years. I'm not sure if that's controversial, but it's true. There was some stinkers. Clark Connors didn't really impress me that much. Neither did Dan Maloney, and even uh, Bushi. Bushi just put in a boring. He basically sleptwalked through the whole tournament. Kushida didn't do great, but he put in some good performances. But the two standouts were probably Titan from CMLL and Mike Bailey from Impact. Both first time participants, both foreign outsiders, but they did some incredible work. I think my second favorite match from the tournament was probably Hiromu versus Mike Bailey. Um, it was a good tournament, definitely kind of slagged in the middle, and some matches were pretty boring. I mean, there's the show House of Torture BS, which happens every year, but whatever. Now let's get into AEW, who's been having a pretty damn good month, at least TV quality wise, with the build up to Double or Nothing. We're now moving into the build up for Forbidden Door. June will probably be a stacked month for them. But Double or Nothing begins with the buy-in, where it was the Ass Boys and All Ego Ethan Page versus Hook and the Hardys. This was just sad. Jeff didn't put in a great performance. I don't really want to talk about it. So let's talk about the good stuff, the main card. Orange Cassidy in the Blackjack Battle Royal, 21 participants. I obviously won't list all of them, but some standouts included the Bullet Club Gold of Ricky Juice Robinson and Jay White versus Ricky Starks. Jay White has this awesome elimination of Commander out of AAA. Lucha Bros get some fun spots. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland get a showdown. When will that feud end? Probably never. What else was there? There was Big Bill. He was really fun, and the final like 5 minutes were just Swerve Strickland and Orange Cassidy. And the beautiful thing is you could see both guys winning the whole time. Lots of near falls, lots of close calls. Eventually, Orange Cassidy wins just by kicking Swerve's arm, making him let go of the rope and falling out to the floor. Excellent showing. Excellent. Probably might be my favorite battle royal of all time. Honestly, I'm putting it here. Actually, no, I'm putting no. This is a good spot. Then we get probably the worst match of the night and my least favorite match of the month, at least from a disappointment and credibility stand or like this was an underwhelming match between two guys who should have put on better. There was no holds barred. Adam Cole and Chris Jericho with Sabu there. Sabu comes out, beats up a couple guys, then just kind of leaves. So his inclusion was pretty pointless. And other than that, it's just like Adam Cole has this particular style of like no disqualification, ROH and NXT wrestling that he loves to do. The past couple times he's done it haven't been the best. His Hangman match was fine. Back in NXT, his Kyle O'Reilly match was slow, drawn out, boring, and this one was just sloppy. Jericho didn't look good. Cole didn't look good even with the victory. This was the worst match of the night, and honestly soured a lot of people's opinions of Double or Nothing because the rest of it was a pretty damn good show. For instance, FTR versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. This was a stupid match. This was so stupid, and I loved every second of this stupid match. Jeff Jarrett probably putting in some of the best work of his career these past couple months, which is insane. Jay Lethal's always talented. Mark Briscoe being special guest referee adds in that kind of drama. But by far my favorite part of the match was when there was a ref bump. Mark Briscoe's down, so who runs out to become new referee? Aubrey Plaza. She runs down. She's getting ready to go down and officiate the match, and then out of nowhere just gets smashed over the head by Jeff Jarrett's wife with a guitar, and then Aubrey is just dead. She's not in. She has nothing to do with the rest of the match. She only existed in this context to get fucking battered. And it was beautiful, and I laughed a lot. There was the Wardlow versus Christian Cage TNT ladder match. They had some fun spots. It wasn't the best ladder match, but it was a good one. Wardlow doing the big Swanton bomb off of the ladder through the tables, through Luchasaurus. Arn Anderson got involved, which I didn't care too much for. But there was also a part where Wardlow uh, pulled, or as we call it in the internet wrestling business, jerked Christian off the ladder into a power bomb. That was awesome, and Wardlow won. This match single-handedly made me interested in Wardlow's title reign, which I didn't think was possible after a very mediocre past couple months. It's going there. Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter. This is the other D tier, the last D tier of the month. Because obviously, Jamie Hayter has a goddamn broken arm. So obviously, she isn't going to really have a match. She comes down, basically, there's a bunch of shenanigans, and Tony Storm wins in like 2 minutes. Under a minute, maybe. Uh, but my problem is, obviously Jamie Hayter can't perform, so why even have this happen? Like, why not just have Hayter vacate the belt and then you can have Storm beat someone else for it, like beat Britt Baker or Riho or Hikaru Shida or anyone. But no, it's basically might as well have just handed the belt over and not even had a match. Underwhelming. The other women's match, though, was good, like, and surprisingly good, because Jade usually doesn't put on the best matches, and I'm not the biggest fan of Taya Valkyrie, but she's fine. But this was probably Jade Cargill's best work. And also the Chris Statlander match right afterwards. There was a good feel good moment for Chris Statlander to finally win the big one. She's great, and the TBS title has definitely upped in reputation this month, so that's good. Now we get the final 2 main events. I'm gonna warn you, both of these are S tiers. Personally, I prefer the Four Pillars match. It was Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus the AEW World Champion MJF. This match was incredible. It had me laughing. It had me on the edge of my seat. Um, where do we begin? First off, just the three guys teaming up on MJF at the start was fun. MJF just fucking around for the entire match, like screaming his ass off. He he catches a kick from Sammy Guevara and just screams at him, "You stupid idiot," or "You like stupid fucking idiot," only to then instantly get clocked by Jungle Boy's own super kick. Darby Allin when he's setting up the stunner kind of flip over the guy stunner move that he does the whole time while he's setting up the move. MJF's just going, "What the fuck?" and then gets hit with it. Amazing. There's a part where they all four of them do their dad's finisher. Sam Guevara does the code breaker. MJF does the crossroads. Darby Allin does the Scorpion Death Drop, and Jack Perry does the kill switch slash unprettier, whatever you want to call it. Um, and overall, it was just fast paced. They always found a way to incorporate like as many combinations of these four guys as possible. There's parts where it's all four of them going at it. There's parts where it's three of them going at it. There's parts where it's like two on two. There's parts where it's two guys in the ring and then they swap out. This is the best Fatal 4-Way match of all time. And then followed up by not the best Anarchy in the Arena match of all time. I'd probably still give it to last year's, but a pretty damn good match. It was the Elite of the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page versus the BCC, Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli, and Bryan Danielson. Already in this list are like probably 4 Wrestler of the Year nomination or four Wrestler of the Year nominations for this year with Moxley, Kenny, Hangman, and Danielson. Even also Claudio has had a good year as well. But yeah, I don't even know how to begin this one. Crazy violence the whole time. There was a man in blackface for some reason singing the Blackpool Combat Club theme song for half the match. I there was a part where I believe so Kenny and Moxley fight near the poker chip, big prop poker chip or whatever. Moxley flips it around to reveal barbed wire, slams he goes through the barbed wire. There was so much stupid stuff. Hangman and Claudio had a fun exchange. Of course, there was the exploding shoe. And then Konosuke Takeshita turns on the Elite, kind of not joining the Blackpool Combat Club, but like aligning with them. Um, Helps the BCC win. Wheeler Yuta got the win with the stupid seatbelt pin he does. And that's incredible that this youngster, who's basically a little shit, can just brag about pinning Kenny Omega in a match. And when Kenny and him have that singles match in the future, it's going to be fun to watch Kenny just V-trigger him into oblivion. Yeah, great match on a pretty good pay-per-view. I think Revolution 2023 was definitely better, so was Full Gear 2022. But it was probably better than All Out 2022, so hey, there's that. So yeah, here are the best matches, or the matches to watch are basically A and S are your must watches, B are your solid whatevers, C maybe skip, and D definitely skip. What was your favorite match, wrestler, moment of May 2023 in the world of professional wrestling? I will be back next month with June, which is going to have some uh, crazy events. I mean, Dominion has already happened. Uh, Forbidden Door is going to happen. More AEW TV. Money in the Bank. I mean, come on. I'll see you guys next time. This should be a fun month. Bye.